If you've found this video, my name is Stephanie, and I'm a Reiki Master Teacher and Sound Practitioner and Energy Healer, and I welcome you to this channel. This particular video is the beginning of a series called the Halls of Amenti, and its intention is for people who know that 2020 changed them and maybe haven't fully integrated that yet, or those who feel done with survival mode but are unsure of how to live differently. Or maybe you're spiritually awake but crave embodiment, safety, and clarity. This is for those whose bodies need to catch up with what their souls already know. This isn't ascension, but re-entry. And first, I would like to talk about what the Halls of Amenti are for those who may not know. So in Egyptian and esoteric traditions, the Halls of Amenti represent the underworld or the inner realms. It's a space of initiation, dissolution, and soul remembrance. It's a passage between death of the old identity and rebirth of a higher awareness. It's not technically a physical plane on earth that you travel, but a spiritual landscape, which could be similar to what people call the dark night of the soul, or the bardo in Tibetan Buddhism, Inanna's descent, Venus's evening star, Persephone's underworld journey. And you might be wondering why we're linking the 2020 energy to Amenti's energy. And that's because 2020 mirrored themes from Amenti's passage, such as global stillness, isolation, in confrontation with death, collapsing of systems that felt unstable, which is still happening, forced inward reflection, such as the shadow, trauma, and nervous system. And actually now we're seeing a collective shadow, the collective trauma, the collective nervous system. Identity deaths, personal and collective. The emergence of new timelines, values, and awakenings afterwards. And from a mythic lens, you could say humanity entered as a collective initiatory chamber. This is a descent before ascent. There's a rough timeline. You could say like 2020, the first year or two was the descent, the stripping, and the reckoning. Then we had the integration, the grief, nervous system repair, which we're still going through. And then we'll be going through embodiment, reclamation, and rebuilding from truth. And we're still stripping, we're still grieving, we're still doing the nervous system work, and that's a lot of what my work covers. And it's going to happen as more stuff gets revealed and uncovered. So we're going to do this in cycles. And that's why these videos are so important, no matter when you're finding them. So in each session, we're going to work with an aspect of this journey. And I would highly recommend listening to them in order from 1 to 4. And they will be posted intermittently so that you can integrate them before the next session. So in session 1, which is the descent and the stripping, what fell away was never yours. So pause this now if you need to, so that you can get yourself comfortable, whether you're seated or lying down. And when you find yourself in a comfortable position, I will mention here that this is a distant Reiki session. So if you are open and receptive to receive Reiki energy healing for the highest and best good of all listening in your mind's eye, just say yes. If you are not, that is okay. The Reiki will go to the next available person, plant, animal, or location that is open to receive it. It's intelligent and knows what to do. So as you go ahead and take 3 deep, slow breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, with the intention of releasing tension and stress and heaviness, I'm going to connect energetically through sacred Reiki symbols. So go ahead and just breathe slowly and relax your body. connected to you energetically, I want to begin by saying this clearly. You are not here because something is wrong with you. You are here because something ended and your body hasn't been given the space to understand that yet. Today, we're not fixing, we're not manifesting, we're not ascending, we're grounding into what already happened. So I invite you to place one hand on your heart and one hand somewhere that feels grounding. It could be your belly, a thigh, maybe you're holding a crystal. You can pause and grab that if you want to, or maybe you're petting an animal, something grounding. And you can say this out loud or silently in your head, but repeat after me. I am safe enough to be here. I do not need to perform. My body gets to lead. Breathing that in and out. Again, many spiritual traditions speak of an initiation that no one volunteers for. A descent that strips away what cannot come with you. In ancient Egyptian and esoteric language, this is called the Halls of Amenti. Not a place you travel to physically, but a state of consciousness where identity, certainty, and control dissolve. For many of us, 2020 marked the beginning of a collective descent. Life stopped. Systems failed. The future went quiet. And whether you wanted it to or not, something in you had to let go. When initiations aren't chosen, the body doesn't experience them as spiritual. It experiences them as survival. So if you felt braced, tired, different, less tolerant of what used to be quote unquote fine, that's not regression. That's intelligence. So we're not revisiting trauma here. It's about letting the body know that the descent is over. So I want you to try and imagine, and if you can't imagine, just sense or feel that you are standing in front of a set of wooden double doors. And you push open the doors and enter a large, cavernous space. This space is very earthy, made of rocks and pillars. And maybe you can sense the cool dampness of the rocks, the smell of earth, maybe the dryness. Does it smell old, ancient? Maybe there's parchment and ink. And you walk down the wide corridor. And up ahead, there is another doorway that's shining with light. And as you reach it, enter the doorway. And inside is a room with a healing table. Climb on the table. And you notice you are surrounded by crystals of all kinds. Maybe there's bookshelves along the wall filled with scrolls and books, maps. But we're not here for that. We're here to pause. We're here to relax, feeling our weight being held by the table, knowing that you are safe, you are held, you are supported. Just breathe in and relax further onto this table. Imagine a beautiful golden energy. Maybe it's a wave of light, a sphere of light, whatever comes up. And it's entering through the soles of your feet. It is warm, steady, and patient. And it slowly moves upward through your legs, past your knees, past your thighs into your hips, to the base of your spine. Your body no longer needs to brace. The emergency has passed. If any images or emotions arise, let them move like weather. Nothing needs your story tonight. So with every breath you breathe, let it all go. Silently repeat, my body survived. My body can soften now. Begin to notice the room again. Your breath. Your body. The support beneath you. When you are ready, bring gentle movement back into your hands and your feet by wiggling your fingers and your toes. And we'll close this together. What fell away made room. What remains is real. I have disconnected myself from this energy session, so be it and so it is. We give thanks to the divine energy that came in today. Reminder that this was an energy healing and integration, so drink some water, preferably mineral. Listen to your body. If it wants to rest, then rest. The next session will be released soon, so if you liked this session and haven't subscribed, click the link so you can get notification on the next one, and we'll see you next time for session 2. Thank you.